Hi bulls, this is Lachey Triel. I'm making a lace closure wig on a sewing machine. So this one was already, the closure was already pre-cut. But what I'm doing right here now is I'm pinning it down. I'm making sure that it's flat to the mannequin head. And don't get upset with my mannequin head. I mainly use this one for dyeing. I try to keep my other ones clean. I haven't saran wrapped them. I usually saran wrap them so that I can protect them from the coloring, but I haven't saran wrapped this one in probably over a month. But yeah, I'm pinning down the closure, making sure that I'm anchoring it all the way down. I want it flat on all sides so there are no gaps whatsoever. And see, I'm noticing that it's lifting a little bit in the front. So I'm just gonna go ahead and move it over a little bit, stretch it out a little bit more, not too much, but just to make sure that everything is flat and okay. I'm gonna pin the hair up so that it is out of my way. I do not like when his hair gets in my way when I'm sewing it. First things first, is always, you guys know I always hand sew my closures down. So I'm using my my lock stitch. Making sure that everything is tight and secure. I'm using really small stitches. I would say maybe something like a micro stitch. Just because I'm not going to, I'm not sewing down the closure until I get down to the last track. Not on this one. So I'm just going to continue this stitch. As you guys see, I'm pulling it through the closure and the cap, and I'm pulling the thread through the middle so that it locks in. And I usually would have it on a stand, but I didn't feel like finding it right now, so I just did it right here, which is why it's sliding all around everywhere, but that's okay. Now I'm getting down to the end. Of course, my stitching is going to get a lot smaller towards the end. And of course, I'm going to go under my cap, pull it through the top, wrap it around, pull it through, and then it'll lock. I'm going to backtrack a little bit. Make sure I'm locking all of those in. And I'm going to secure this thread right here. Wrap, wrap, wrap. All done. Let's get to the other side. I'm rethreading my needle. And of course, I'm starting in the middle of the back of the closure. This way also helps me conceal all of the knots, because as you can see down by the ends, I don't have any knots. Of course, I'm starting at the tab of the cap. And I already had a lot of my tracks pre-cut for this one, which I don't do, I rarely do. But in this instance, I did pre-cut them. So I'm just securing the ends. Making sure that my thread and everything is okay. I'm gonna go ahead and lay this track down. And you guys, I am using a zigzag stitch. If you have a brother sewing machine like the same one I got, the coordinate, I call them coordinates. The coordinates for them, the top stitching is 1.4, and then the bottom stitch is 3.5 on this bottom tab right here. I like the stitching right here to be a lot smaller. Clip the ends. Exact same thing, same stitch. And my zigzag stitch on here is a number 4. I don't know if it'll be a number 4 on any other sewing machine. But if you have this one, you can get this sewing machine from Walmart. But if you have this sewing machine, is the number 4 stitch. It's the default stitch. Now I'll go ahead and show you guys what this looks like on the inside. You see how it looks like right here. And you see how that looks on the inside. Now I'll have to cut these off of here, the straight strands, but I'll do that towards the end. Now you guys, my other process you know I like to do, I like to make sure that my tracks are fitted to the head size. So I go back and forth between the cap and the sewing machine. This is with literally almost every unit that I do. And with hers, I have it sewn at the top a little bit because I needed to tailor it to her head size. Her head size was a little bit smaller than the petite head. So I just went on ahead and I pinned it the same way you would tailor clothes on a person. I did it the exact same way. So I'm just going through the cap, pre-pinning all of my tracks down. That way once I run them through the sewing machine, the cap doesn't move and the tracks don't slip. They don't move absolutely anything. And if you want to use this method where you're pinning down, please be careful, just because it looks like I'm moving fast, but I'm actually moving slow once I get to the pins. I move fast in between the pins, but once I get to the pins, I move rather slowly, just because you can pop that needle and you don't want that needle flying anywhere. You also don't want to damage your hands. You don't want to injure yourself. You don't want to do absolutely anything. So if you want to try this method, then please be careful. Go slow. Like I said, it looks like I'm going really fast, but in actuality, I'm really not. So I'm almost at the top. And right here, I'm at the top right here. So this, with my lace closures, what I like to do is I like to stitch the last track onto the closure. This secures the closure and the last track down as well. So I'll have it on a 1.4 and a 7.0. And that way it's really wide and it captures the cap, the track, and the closure all in one. And when I get down to the end, I'll use a regular stitch. I use the number 1, and that just secures it down back and forth. And you guys, here's the end. I flat ironed her off of camera, of course, but look how much body she has. And you guys, like and subscribe so that you do not miss anything. And see you next time. Bye.